To me, a part of healthcare literacy is understanding what is likely to happen if one doesn't have advanced planning around end of life. So understanding that one has options. For the general public to come to understand that if you want a dying process and a death that is consistent with your own values, that will require some planning. It will require conversations with your family, conversations with your healthcare providers. It will require putting this in writing and on record many times so that there is no equivocation and no doubt about what one really wanted. So I think in general terms, health literacy really needs to include advanced planning for end of life. It's something that all of us will encounter. It's just a question of when. A typical situation that I think we all would like to avoid is one in which the patient is in advanced age, has been hospitalized for several weeks, perhaps even months, is not making progress toward recovery, and in which one is looking for a way of caring for this person that's going to be humane and not cause suffering. But the family isn't ready for that because they haven't prepared themselves, haven't thought about this. The family has not sat around the kitchen table and thought about the eventualities. And therefore, a typical family with a spouse and several adult children, several of which may live remote from Nashville, are coming in and out of the scene and being apprised newly each time they re-enter, usually focusing on things like the blood gases, whether the lungs are clear, whether the patient is breathing satisfactorily in or on or perhaps off of the respirator, and not focusing on the fact that there is no possible hope for recovery for a patient. It's a steady downhill course. And so what we should be focusing on is the quality of this patient's life for what's left. And these conversations can cause great strife among family members as well as strife between the family as a unit and the healthcare providers. Sorting those out can take weeks and sometimes months, and nobody's happy at the end of that. The family isn't happy about the care that's been given typically. They're less than satisfied. They may be at odds with themselves, replaying old tapes about antagonisms that they have had when the focus needs to be on the patient. So advanced planning, one of the great benefits of advanced planning is that it puts the focus clearly on what the patient would have said had he or she been able to talk to us now.